Cambodia is a fantastic place to visit and, as with most countries, have their customs and etiquettes. In this video you will learn these etiquettes which will make your interactions with the locals a much more fun occasion. Fortunately, the do's and don'ts for etiquette in Cambodia are mostly straightforward, and it is just a matter of showing respect. Regardless, all travelers worry about causing accidental offense at some point, especially in a place where they aren't familiar with local customs. Visiting Cambodia is an experience that will change you. Having endured colonization, brutal wars and everyday hardships, landmines are still a daily threat for some. The Cambodian people still happily welcome visitors to their country. As tourists in this special place, it is paramount that we represent ourselves well, to ensure a warm welcome for others that follow. The people in Cambodia understand that visitors may not be familiar with all of their customs, but by showing respectful effort, you will gain trust, friendship and have a better overall experience in this exciting part of Southeast Asia. As with most of Asia, the rules of saving face apply. To lose one's cool in public is completely unacceptable, so avoid shouting at someone or criticizing them in front of others. No matter how inconvenient or uncomfortable a situation is, never make it worse by losing your temper. People who remain calm and smile through adversity are highly respected. You'll get problems resolved much faster by remaining calm. Be sure to give genuine compliments and gratitude to people who give. Humility is an important attribute in Cambodia. When offered a gift, politely refuse at first, but in the end, always accept it graciously with both hands. Buddhist countries in Southeast Asia consider the head the highest and most spiritual, sacred part of a person's body. It's the pinnacle of someone's personal space, so don't touch it. That includes ruffling a child's hair. At the other end, the feet are considered the dirtiest and least sacred, so don't point your feet at people and always remove your shoes before going into temples, homes, and some businesses. A pile of shoes at the door is a key indication that yours should also join the pile before going inside. Flip-flops or sandals that can be slipped off quickly and easily are the best choice for footwear while traveling in Southeast Asia. Business and eating are typically conducted with the right hand only. The left hand is reserved for dirty duties in the toilet. Avoid handing people things with your left hand. Try to use only your right hand when eating. Be mindful of Cambodia's war-torn past and don't talk about war, politics, violence or the Khmer Rouge. Nearly everyone of a certain age has lost family and friends to violence. Avoid wearing t-shirts and clothing that depict war or violence. Pointing with your index finger is considered rude. Instead, gesture with your right palm with all the fingers straight. The traditional Cambodian greeting, known as som pa, is made by putting your two hands together in a prayer-like gesture in front of the chest, with fingertips pointing up. Give a slight bow with your head. This is the equivalent of the yi seen in Thailand. The hands are held higher to show more respect to elders, officials and teachers. The fingertips should be touching the chin or nose. For monks, the fingertips should be touching your forehead. You can also give a higher som pa to show extreme gratitude or sincere apology. Many Cambodians choose to shake hands with visitors, although you probably won't get a firm grip as is expected in the West. The best rule of thumb is simply to return whatever greeting that you were given initially. Not returning someone's greeting is considered very rude. Modest dress is the rule in Cambodia, particularly for women. Although many tourists wear shorts to deal with the heat, the locals tend to cover as much skin as possible. In Cambodia, shorts are the default attire for male schoolchildren. Although tourism has caused local dress standards to relax somewhat, always dress conservatively when visiting temples, homes or entering a government building. Avoid wearing t-shirts with religious themes, images of Buddha or Hindu deities. Cambodians are conservative in sexuality and generally frown upon public displays of affection. Again, the key is to not cause someone to feel embarrassed. Holding hands is okay, but snuggling intimately on the bus may not be. Aside from monks, elders are given the highest level of respect in Cambodia. Always acknowledge an elder's status by allowing them to control the conversation, walk first, begin eating first, and take the lead. When seated, you should attempt to never sit higher than the eldest person in the room. Practically anywhere that you go in Cambodia, you are sure to see Buddhist monks dressed in colored robes. The monks are highly respected within society, so take an opportunity to have a friendly interaction. Women should never touch a monk or hand anything to them. Even the monk's mother may not hug her son while he is a monk. If a monk is seated, you should sit also before starting a conversation. Try to sit lower. Most Theravada monks are not allowed to eat afternoon, so be mindful by not eating or snacking around them in the afternoon. Whether visiting sprawling temples or one of the smaller pagodas in Siem Reap, always show respect by following these guidelines. Remove shoes and hats before entering the worship area. No one is exempt. Turn off phones and MP3 players and remove your headphones. Avoid loud or disrespectful conversation inside of temples. Dress modestly by wearing long pants and covering your shoulders. Avoid sitting higher than seated monks or statues of Buddha. Do not touch a Buddha statue, and ask for permission before taking photos. If you do take photos, drop a small donation in the box. Don't turn your back to statues of Buddha to take a selfie. Getting invited to someone's home for dinner may be a highlight of your trip to Cambodia. Don't decline and miss a great opportunity just because you aren't sure about the do's and don'ts of Cambodian etiquette. Remove your shoes, even if not told to do so by your host. Remove your hat while indoors. Bring a small gift such as fruit, flowers or candy to your host and hand your gift to them with both hands. Always wait for the eldest person to sit. The same applies to eating. Hopefully this helps you understand Cambodian etiquette. Thanks for watching.